really need wickets. 171 so far. This time outside off stump, he gets the room, but it was a bit of low, so the batter decides not to offer any kind of shots. But I think the spinners are getting a bit of a advantage from the crease right now by implementing it into a proper channel, which Bangladeshi spinners did, but not quite often.
Well, that also in a different case, in a different situation, definitely, because you were just pushing your opponent for having a good total to impose a bit seriousness, a serious threat to you, but now they are tending to take wickets in a regular interval, so things are very much different from here on. And if you couldn't just take wickets from here, you will feel that pressure that South Africans are facing off. So here's the squad of Bangladesh under 19 for this match. Borden, the keeper, Rabi, the skipper, Adil Siddiq, Ariful Islam, Borsho, Naim, Rafi, Rizan Hussain, Rizwan, Shihab James, and Wasi Siddiq. So mark these faces definitely. The future stars are here. And the South African side, Benjamin Hansen, Juan James, David Tigger, Jonathan, Liam Alder, Oliver Whitehead, Dre Pretorius, Richard Sirtswane, Romashan Pillay, Sifa Potswane, and Thiba Gaziri.
Exactly. Ramesh Pillai, he's continuing from his bowling end. And another dot ball, 171, has been scored so far, Ramesh Pillai. And his second spell has been pretty interesting, Prantor. We have seen that he's more controlled, more composed, and he actually is knowing what he's doing and how he implementing is. It's really fantastic.
Absolutely. And just had a drive through that mid-on, but couldn't just pass the fielder down there. So Bangladesh batters are taking time, taking to get rid of Pillay, I guess. Oli Whitehead is still there with the ball, got some banished over there. So I think he'll be targeted by the batters. Oh, a bit rising. Upward pace a bit. And he missed that. Also the keeper had a fumble. Good pace from Pillay.
Exactly. And the batters are struggling. We have seen that the last 2 overs of his spell. And they are right now trying to find a way to get some runs from this over. This time outside off, it's an inside edge. The batter survives. Nothing has been done from the batter's end. It was a good chance to get bowled out, but he just survives.
Very much identical bowling, because he has been maintaining that line and length just around that off stump. Just had some thickish in swinging deliveries that not allowing the batters to have that edge. What a shot! After saying that, it was a brilliant pull, a straightish pull from there, and had that fielder clear for a boundary through that cow corner region. What a shot! To just losing that pressure.
Well,
nice foot movement, Tasif there.
Definitely, it was picking up the length. It was all about picking up the length. He picked it up beautifully and then just pulls it out towards to the mid wicket and gets a boundary. Another welcoming boundary for Bangladesh. The score moves for 175 right now. And then another drive. This time it will be fielded on the inner circle. So another dot ball to finish up the over, 175 after 37 over, losing of 4 wickets Bangladesh.
Not a good sign from Whitehead. The ball just hit onto his knees, so he might be feeling the pressure, got hit a bit, and had some cramp. So let's hope for the best. Drinks break is on there at the ground, so we'll be also taking a short break before coming back with Shanu Rabbani. Good afternoon to everyone that is watching us on the Bangladesh Cricket Board's official YouTube channel. The final match between Bangladesh Under-19 and South Africa Under-19 is underway, and Bangladesh are inching closer towards a victory in the final game and a series win as well. Currently 175 for the loss of 4 wickets as the players take drinks. And we get to see the scenic sights of Rajshahi, the Silk City in Bangladesh, and one of the nicest, most cleanest cities out here. Just alongside the Bodh River, as you can see on the horizon. And on the horizon awaits a champion in this hotly contested series between the two Under-19 teams, the Bangladesh Under-19 and the South Africa Under-19 teams. Great view of the Shohid Kamruzaman Stadium in Rajshahi. It's an old school ground with the stands not having the seats. And buildings surrounding the stadium, a few high-rise ones, a few hotels that have been built in the last few years. Among plenty of greenery, it has to be said. It's been a tight affair between both teams. The first ODI being won by South Africa on DLS method. It was a rain-curtailed match, and we had to go to the second day, the reserve day, to have that game. The second match, Bangladesh made a fight back, and they came back and they won it. That was also in Khulna. And in the third ODI, South Africa chased down a tricky total to win that and take a 2-1 series lead. And then here in Rajshahi, the first game, Bangladesh were fully dominant. And they made it 2-all. And here in the final match, right now Bangladesh edging closer. That would be going towards the boundary, but there is a fielder to cut it off. So 2 more runs at it in Shihab James's tally. James, who's been one of the key batters for the Bangladesh Under-19 team over the last few months. He's looked at as a player for the future that will be doing a job in the national team as well, in the middle order and perhaps even in the lower middle order. A case can be made that he has the technique and the temperament to bat higher up the order.
as Bangladesh inch closer towards that 211 target. They're 177 at the moment for the loss of 4 wickets. And Richard Seletswane continues to bowl. This time it's a bit of wit, but straight to the fielder at Gully. Ooh, a bit of a collision between the wicketkeeper, Hansen, and James's bat. She up James, but no damage done on this occasion. Just having a quick word with each other. Bangladesh will be happy with the position they're in. Another good delivery this time by the bowler, Richard Seletsane. This time it was close to the outside edge. And the wicket keeper, he knows how close it was to the wicket. And that's the end of the over. A couple of runs from it. A tidy over by the spinner. As you can see, some clouds there on top of the sky. We've been doing weather updates the entire series because rain has threatened it. But thankfully, despite all the rain that we've had around from time to time, we are about to have a result in all 5 of these matches. Even if, per se, rain came and the match got washed out, there would still be a result as 20 plus overs has been played by both teams. So Liam Alder, he continues this time just trying to come down the track a bit. Ariful then checks his shot. He's been the mainstay. So on 71. Forward defensive push. Another dot delivery. Alder's been the pick of the bowlers for South Africa, but they've really missed the services of Tristan Lees and Kwena Mapaka. Once again driven on the onside, and it'll be a single. As we move forward, Bangladesh, they've got quite a few players that they'll be looking at for the future. The likes of Mohammad Rafiuz Saman and Mahfuzur Rahman Rabbi. These two are definitely players to watch out for. The left arm spinners who can bat as well. 33 runs required by Bangladesh. 68 deliveries left, so no need to worry about the run rate. They can take their time. This time it's lofted. There is a fielder there, and finally, Liam Alder gets the breakthrough. Van Zyl, he takes the catch. Jonathan Van Zyl with an easy catch at mid-off. And Bangladesh, just as I was saying, they're cruising along. Have a bit of a hiccup. And it's Ariful who's gone. So Bangladesh under 19 are 5 down for 179.
A bit of worry about Shanur because it got a bit slow after just pitching on line and had that a bit turn around from that bowling of fuller length just in front of the batter. Look at the turn, sharp turn, a very late one, and just found the fielder down there at just forward long off. A loopy delivery, a teasing one, and he tried to clear that long off region fielder, but a good catch, a brilliant catch, a half diving catch there, and a perfect mix up of bowlers and fielder there. So a new man in, Boreno, the keeper, and a bit of to bother about, but this botherness is not, I think, that much identical because 34 odd runs remaining now. They have left with 10 plus overs. So from here on, if you just play your natural game, it shouldn't be that much harder for you to get it flowed away. Yeah, Newman, in Borno, just rotate the strike to Ariful, play your natural game, don't look above or don't look behind of you because a sleep has been introduced immediately after Alder just had that breakthrough. Straightener it was, straight arm and delivery right in front and played it beautifully for a defense. So finish off the 39th over.
179 at the moment, Bangladesh for 5. Target of 211. And yeah, looks like a pretty easy equation from here. But a wicket maiden by Liam Alder. He's got 2 more overs left. He's been the pick of the bowlers. 3 wickets for 20 runs. Definitely, if his team had a few more runs or if his bowlers had backed him up a bit more, he'd be on the winning side. Things need to change dramatically here for South Africa under 19 to make a massive comeback. Still plenty of batting left. One of the batters is Shihab, who's gotten a pretty wide and short delivery, and he's just placed it away. So one more run, and in fact, Shihab James is the one who's been out, and Ariful, he's still there. To Borno, he's the new man in, and he's on strike. Let's see. Without the helmet on, he's batting since the spinners are in operation. Plays it on the offside. No run on that occasion. Bangladesh required 31 runs from 64 deliveries. Selet Swane, and on the other side, Liam Alder. They're the 2 spinners in operation. South Africa a little shortchanged with both of their primary pacers out injured in the final match, and it's proved to be a telling one for the visitors.
Absolutely, Shanur. Borno just needs to keep his head calm and just need to get those gaps to have these runs. It's very much gettable. Again, a bit tensed, a bit worried about off his line and length. Tried that cheeky single I was talking about. He was eyeing that gap in between gully and backward point. But no need to hurry. And if you just lose or miss some sort of shots, you don't need to bother around. Again, clipped it nicely. And 2 towards that backward square leg region. Hard chase for the fielder. Brilliant, brilliant effort there. Just a diving save through that backward square leg region, but 3 runs been taken in between. Very good running between the wicket. You need that. You'll be needing that. Just keep running between the wickets harder. Have some quality communication between you two. And I think this total is very much gettable from here. I think 5 or 4 wickets win from here. Again, cut it late, but straight back to the fielder at the gully for a dot to finish. So Ariful needs to be there. There's the shot. Flick of the wrist. The outfield is lightning fast, Shanur, even after the rain delayed. And the groundsman did brilliant job to have that ground field
And that
so
was
smooth.
brilliant fielding as well. Equally
Absolutely.
good fielding there. And South Africa, they're trying to fight hard. Not too many runs left for them now to defend. And Borno with an interesting jersey number, 141. So I wonder what the story
A
behind that
bit
is.
of unusual, right?
Very unusual jersey number. I wonder if we've ever seen a cricketer with 141 in their jersey
Except
number.
Gale, right? 333.
333, exactly. 3-figure numbers we've seen, but that's the first time I've seen 141. So Liam Alder, he's continuing on 96. That's his jersey number, that is. A reverse sweep attempted. That looks pretty plumb, and Liam Alder is celebrating. He's got his 4th wicket. And Borno, we were just talking about his jersey number. Well, he has to go. And Bangladesh lose their 6th wicket. So Liam Alder, with 1 more over left in the tank for him, he's still doing the damage. Ariful is the key man, still there. for Bangladesh. That's the key wicket.
Total misery for Borno. You just have come into the crease, you have just taken 3 out runs, and immediately after that, you went for the river sweep. There was nowhere there for Borno to play that river sweep. And Shahanur and Mike, I guess, a bit jolly about South African chances whatsoever.
It's a very good piece of bowling. I would appreciate the bowling because if you look at it, he was enticing the batter to play that shot, and then it was there almost, but the loop and the flight that Liam Alder gave it made it difficult for Borno, and it looked pretty plumb when he played that shot. So that's another wicket lost. And Rabbi, I was saying, one of the key players for Bangladesh. He's done it with the bat as well. He's now on strike and having a word with Ariful. If you talk about player of the series contenders, I think 2 of them right now are batting in the crease. Now, Rabbi's been also given the captaincy for the last 2 matches.
Right.
So
After Amin.
more experience in the tank there for him as well. And we've seen his bowling action very reminiscent of the great Mohammad Rafiq for Bangladesh, the left arm off spinner, the one who really started it all for left arm off spin, taking or skyrocketing in this country. Liam Alder, he's got other plans though, and he's coming around the wicket with his left arm off spin, and immediately after bowling it, he raises his hand. He probably apologizes a bit because he wanted to give it a bit more flight and a bit more loop, wanted to push the batter forward into his front foot. So he's got a couple of deliveries left in this over. 183 right now, Bangladesh. This is the 41st over.
A full toss, but couldn't just get past the fielder right there. It's a brilliant effort. And a teasing one, definitely. The quicker bouncer or the quicker full tosses will be so much damaging now. Though there's a chance of taking wickets, but definitely you can't just get hit for those odd runs because not that much runs needed from here for Bangladesh. So you need to bowl right channel. Now, who's gonna bowl the next? Juan James? Surely, because the left-hand batter came in. And another cheeky single there from the onside. So another run. So from there, definitely 26 records now, in fact, of 55. So Rabbi is there. So Juan James or David Tigger would definitely like to come along with Alder to keep things tight for the Tigers. An icy cool defense. Another dot. Dot to finish. 54 balls remaining, 26 to get. It should be a mouth-watering contest now here from, because 4 wickets left for Bangladeshis. And here comes the change in voice again. Tausif will be joining us.
Well, thank you, Prantor. Thank you for welcoming me once again. 26 runs needed to win this match, and 54 legal deliveries are in the hand of Bangladesh. 185 is the score right now. 6 wickets have been lost by the Bangladeshi sides. 4 more wickets are there in their hands. Here we go. Let's see. Another middle stump channel ball. Soft-handed push towards to the leg side. It's pretty interesting to see that South Africans are actually having a very strong mindset, and they are trying very hard again and again to get back into the game, and they are some sort of, we can say, a bit of successful right now in terms of getting back into the game. Couple of wickets has been taken earlier, and they are in search of wicket once again. This time another low full toss, a bit of fumble from the fielder, but no run will be taken. So the run remains same. 26 is required right now. 51 legal deliveries are there for the Bangladeshi sides. It's a pretty winnable match, Prantor, but yet they are making it a bit of hard, we can say. Still, this is a cut shot, but in the deep backward point. There's a filter, so a single will be taken.
So here the crowds, Tausif, every runs, every bit of single even, been cheered equally by the supporters. We had some few of them, but now, as the day passes, as the day grows on and grows on, the chances of the Tigers winning this match, it's there in numbers at the gallery. So they're the heart of the Bangladesh cricket, definitely. Left-hand batter.
This time down the leg, it will be a wide, definitely. And umpire signals it. It's another extra that is conceded by the South African side. Right now, they are having the momentum. They need to make it possible. They don't need to go for the loosener deliveries right now. Another straight delivery. It's another dot ball. So the score is right now 187. They need only 24 runs. It's quite possible. They don't need to make it hard. This time drives it well. But there's a fielder in the deep extra cover. Only a single will have to be taken by these two batters.
Absolutely. A full toss was there to be hit, but just couldn't get past that deep extra cover fielder. Bangladesh does miss lots of full tosses and loose deliveries today, and it's a matter of concern a bit for Wasim Zafar, the batting coach of Bangladesh under-19 team, because you need to capitalize those loose deliveries. You could have won that so many before, but
Exactly.
you need to be there and utilize those loose deliveries, any kind of looseners like the bouncer, wild bouncer. At the beginning, Rizwan and Adil Siddiq utilize those, but as day progresses, as the spinner bowls those wild deliveries, it can't get that much runs from there. So this is a matter of concern. This is the area to improve about. So 23 requires of now, 188 for 6. Juwan James, as I was talking about, will definitely come around. Another cheeky single, just had a depth touch of the bat and just got that run from there. So 22 requires now run a ball, and that should be that much easy. It should be from here.
Precisely. And the fielding side is trying to create a compact field setup right now. The offside is totally packed by the fielders. 4 fielders are in the inner circle. This time a lofted on drive. There's a fielder underneath it, and he grabs it. Another wicket falls for Bangladesh. My goodness. It's the 7th wicket they are losing right now. On the verge of 189 runs. It's a bit of loosening. They are losing their temperament. They are going for the boundaries. And the South Africans are just so happy to get the batter in their trap. I was talking about the field setup just before this delivery. The offside is totally compact. There is a fielder in the deep mid wicket, and the intention was pretty clear to giving a tossed up delivery to the batter, and this is what happened. So the batter departs. The 7th wicket falls for Bangladesh. It's 189 for 7 after 42 overs. Ariful Islam, the set batter, departs. It's a big blow for the Bangladeshis. Scoring of 65 runs of 75 deliveries. He needs to be there. He needed to be there in order to wrap up the match. But he played the shot a bit earlier. It was a tossed up delivery. He wanted to chase it and play the shot in the mid wicket. But the fielder was ready enough to get the catch. The new batter enters into the pitch. It's Rafi. He will be facing Juwan James, the captain of the South African team, and so far he has been impressive. Whenever the breakthrough is required, he was there for the Proteas in order to take the wicket and get back into the game. 7 wickets. It's 7 wickets. Bangladesh has only 3 wickets left and 22 runs to chase. It's an easy winning match, but now they are just lagging behind. But credit goes to the South African side as well. They are doing a fantastic job in order to restrict Bangladesh. But we believe that as it's still the game is on, so the team will be able to chase it down. They just need to hold their nerves. They just need to find the gaps. They don't need to go for the big shots. They can do this run chase just conducting singles and doubles.
Panic runs, totally panic runs there. And again, a quicker one. Rafi and Rabbi both are there. So this game is turned around, another nail biter. So it shouldn't be happening that time. Again, wicket to wicket. Cheeky single is there, but not taken. Timely setback, and Rabbi is asking Rafi, why wouldn't you run, or why would you just call and get back again? So many dramas are there. And Juan James doing the right thing, keeping fielders close, looking for those close infielders. But in the meantime, another single been taken. 20 odd runs needed now. Of 42 deliveries, no need to have that panic run. Bangladesh are inching towards a victory, a series victory against the Proteas. And they just left 1-0 behind after the first match. The unfortunate one. Then had that 1-1 on 9th of July and 11th of July again they lagged behind. And they bounced back brilliantly here in Rajshahi on 14th. So this series decider definitely taking a toll apart of the players, both of South Africa and Bangladesh. 20 runs needed now. Rabbi on strike. Flighted delivery, full toss, again missed. Missed opportunity. Oh God, this shouldn't be done. Bangladesh, what are you doing now?
Well, they need to hold their nerves. They need to settle down. There's no need to get nervous. This time, flick of the wrist towards the leg side and gets a single. They can chase this run just conducting the singles and doubles. They need to find the gaps and place the ball in that place so that they can have the run. They don't need to go for the big shots right now. If it's a loosener delivery, then go for it. Otherwise, there's no need to take any kind of risks. The new batter, Rafi, will take a guard for the delivery. And as I was saying, there's no need for any kind of panic attack. They can chase these runs just conducting singles and doubles. If it's a loosener, then go for it. Another uppish, but safe. It was a very loose play from the batter. It was a slower delivery.
Very nervous one, Tausif, because no need to have that uppish one. You just can hand your bats down and have those grounded shots. Each and every part of the bat will be talking for you. So definitely just play the straight one. Again, to the fielder, no worry about that. You can have that luxury of having those dot deliveries. Just look at the gap between that wideish long off and that extra cover. Another cheeky single. Now, Juan James is lagging behind. In this strategy, you need to have that close infielder as Bangladesh is just tightening up towards that victory of 17 runs from here. You need to close up your fielders for the batters as both of them tending to have those singles and doubles. So that's the game. That's the mental game you were losing.
Well, I think he's focusing on more restricting the runs. But the leg side fielder, who is in the backward square leg, short backward square leg, he's in the inner circle. Another single has been taken as well as it's a wide. So an extra ball will have to be bowled by the bowler, as well as an extra run will be given towards to the batting side. As we were saying that there's a gap in the leg side and both of these Bangladeshi batters are trying to capitalize it. This time it's a dot ball.
Absolutely, absolutely. A dot, a bit of pressure, a bit of tension around. 15 requires of the last 6 overs. So that's the tight situation from here. 44th over gone. It's 196 for 7. Rafi and Rabbi, over to you at the ground, and Shanur and Tausif over here with the mic.
Well, right now, it's 44 overs has been completed. 197 for 7 Bangladesh. They just need only 15 runs. They have 36 deliveries. The only thing is they are losing wickets. Juan James is continuing for Rafi. It's an appeal. It's a close one, but I think it wouldn't have flipped the leg stump. And the captain of the South African side is also convinced. He's saying that it might have missed the leg stump. It's going back to the bowling mark. This time again on the leg stump. He's following the pad of the batters and bowling onto the pads. This time another dot ball. If Bangladesh continuously keep conceding these dot balls, then the pressure will be created and they will lose the wicket. In terms of losing the pressure, there's a big poundage of the bat. It's going towards the boundary, and it does. It clears the third man. And guess what? Another boundary for Bangladesh, and that brings up the team 200 for the Bangladesh. It's a lucky one, but it's enough to get a boundary, and as well as the umpire has called for a no ball. That means they are going to have a free hit or not. Another ball has been bowled. It's a drive, and the umpires, and it was a bit of a pish, but couldn't gather it. This time, Juan James is going to give a similar kind of delivery, I guess. Yes, it's a slower one. Again, it was a bit full toss. The batters are trying to get the maximum out of it, and they have failed to do that again and again. Another ball, this time again on to the pads, and a dot ball to finish up the over. It's 200 after the 45 over, losing of 7 wickets. This time again a soft hand push towards to the leg side. Another single will be taken at the very beginning of this over. 45 overs has been played. We are in the 46th over. They only need 11 runs to win this match. And they have 2 of their batters on the crease. Rabbi is on strike right now. He's the captain of today's match, and the responsibility lies on his shoulder. There's a bit of fine-tuning in the field. The leg side has been completely compact with the fielders along with the offside as well. One mid-off and a backward square leg. This time it clears the boundary. It will clear the boundary because it has bisect the inner circle, and it rolls down all the way for 4. Another boundary. Bangladesh are inching towards to the victory. And I'm welcoming you, Shanur, once again in the combos.
Thank you so much, Tausif. Yeah, lucky. Number 7 runs required from 28 deliveries, and it's the Rafi and Rabbi show once again. We've seen this previously in this tournament. Plenty of times these two have come together and they've scored runs late at the death, and they're doing it once again. Rabbi on 10 from 16, Rafi on 5 from 8, and Bangladesh inching closer towards the series win. Once again, it's driven towards the deep. There is a fielder there at extra cover. A bit of a fumble, but just a single. And for Bangladesh, this is going to be a very, very memorable series win, because they were down 2-1 in Khulna after the first 3 ODIs, and then they've come back in Rajshahi to win both of these games. As it seems, Seletswane is continuing, and another dot ball. One has to wonder if the captain, Juan James, he could have done with another pacer at this time in the innings, knowing that these two are very good against spin. Both of them are spinners themselves, Rafi and Rabbi, left arm off spinners, and they're once again doing the damage late on in the innings. And the crowd here, they're expecting a Bangladesh win.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. The crowd is actually expecting a Bangladesh win, but the South Africans has fight till their last, we should say. They were in search of wickets. They were being able to get breakthroughs and give a tough time to the Bangladeshis. Another beautiful delivery, and soft-handedly pushed it towards to the offside and gets another single. So a single to finish up the over after 46 overs. Bangladesh 207 for 7. They need only 4 runs to win this match.
Yeah, it's all but done and dusted, you feel, from here on in. Just the 4 runs required, but they did make it a bit difficult for themselves later on in the innings with the fall of some 3 quick wickets. They were cruising at 150 odd for 4, now 207 for 7. And in both matches, you wonder if South Africa had scored 20 to 30 more runs, what would have happened? I think for South Africa, when they leave this series, they can leave with their heads held high with the bowlers and the effort that the bowlers have put. The batters, I think it's been mostly the David Teeger show, and he's needed more support from the others. Yes, there have been some good innings by Luandre Pretorius, but the others, they really haven't scored regularly, and they really haven't scored enough. So that is something moving forward with this team they will look to do and figure out, because the World Cup is in Sri Lanka next year, and the conditions will favor the spinners. The batters will have to be used to this. It won't be any cooler as well. Another delivery, another dot ball, this time by the captain, Juan James. He's captaining the side today. South Africa have 2 captains. One is Juan James, the other is David Teeger.
Exactly. Another gentle push towards to the offside and another dot ball. You were mentioning about the batters, especially if we talk about today. The batters were pretty much defensive. They picked up some wrong shots. They were trying for the reverse sweep too many times instead of going for the regular slog sweeps and regular kind of textbook shots. They tried too many unorthodox shots, which conceded too many dot balls, and dot balls to led them towards to the pressure, and then they just lost their focus and lost their wicket. So definitely I think the batters need to be more focused, and they need to have a certain kind of mindset in order to deliver. They need to have a focus on their shot selection as well. They need to pick up bowlers rather than going over by overs.
At this moment, just 2 runs required from 20 deliveries. Juan James continues. He's got 2 more deliveries left in this over. He's bowling with a slip in place. And the captain, Rabbi, he comes forward and defends. It's captain to captain right now. Captain of the South Africa under-19 team, bowling against the captain of the Bangladesh under-19 team. And you have to wonder, one of these players that are batting right now might be there for the player of the series. We keep talking about it because you become a player of the series here, and you will definitely be in the eye of the selectors in the national team periphery. So 1 more run in the final ball of the over, and that means Bangladesh cannot lose this match. They're 1 run away from 18 deliveries. Rafi and Rabbi, they've really done a great job here, and as we can see, it's been a great series between the 2 teams. The crowd, they've gathered along nicely in the final match, which is the decider.
Exactly, 1 run away from winning this match. The Bangladeshis are now in the score level situation. 210 is in the scorecard. Rabbi, the captain, is on strike. It's all set for him. Just a single or anything can win this match. Here he goes. And it's done it. It's over. Bangladesh wins this match by 3 wickets. And the winning run comes from the bat of the captain. And a convincing win for Bangladesh.
Fantastic display by the young Tigers. They came here with the intent of winning both the matches. They knew they had to be perfect, and they've been perfect. They've taken the series 3-2, coming back behind from 2-1 down in Khulna, and they've been the Raj in the Rajshahi for this series, because the South African under-19 team, they've been beaten against a very resilient Bangladesh under-19 team who have fought back. And what a series we've witnessed. Every single match, it has been competitive, it's been compelling, there have been twists and turns. South Africa have been in it for the most part. They've had chances of winning the series, and then Bangladesh in the end came back and delivered when it really mattered. But in the end, it's all about the handshakes, it's all about the crowd enjoying themselves, it's all about the game, it's all about the spirit of cricket, and it's all about enjoying the game, playing it for the love of it. And that's what you have to do. That's what you have to learn from a young age. Even when you become an adult and a big player, you play for the badge in front, you play for the country, and you play for the fans, and you play because you love the game. Of course, the money comes along the way, and it's been a great series between two teams that have shown great spirit. As you can see, the crowd are thoroughly cheering on Bangladesh. They've stayed back to watch what has been an epic match.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing, Shanur, isn't it? Getting like behind in the series, then coming back and win it in your home ground in Rajshahi. You were mentioning it. Bangladesh has just shown their Raj in the Rajshahi. And yes, credit goes all the team members and definitely the coaching panels as well. Stuart Law especially, who is working with them, Wasim Zafar as a batting coach, as well as their fitness trainer and the bowling coach Talha Zubair.
Yeah, you mentioned the names, and for South Africa as well, I think all the players, they can be proud of this effort. The team manager, Blanche Conradi, definitely having a word. And then you see Paul Adams, the leg spinner. He's congratulating his bowlers because he's done a good job as the spin bowling consultant in the South African setup. And both of them, they've thoroughly managed to get the spinners going all guns blazing. And look at that scorecard. Bangladesh getting 211. Important contributions there, right up at the top by Adil. Rizwan and Adil got off to a good start. And then Ariful in the middle, right there, the vice captain, top scoring with 65 from 79 deliveries. Ollie Whitehead, Romashan Pillai, they will look at themselves and feel a little aggrieved because they did get some overs right up at the top but couldn't get enough breakthroughs. But the star was Liam Alder for the South Africans with the 4 wickets. And there you see the trophies, all 3 of them. And we know who's taking a few of them. The player of the match most likely will be from Bangladesh. The player of the series remains to be seen who it's going to be. And you look at the crowd, they're enjoying it because, as we can see, the Bangladesh team boys, they're having a bit of fun with their fitness trainer. And South African boys as well, they are a bit more somber in comparison because they fought hard to not win this series, but they fought and they can be proud as we just get ourselves set for the presentation in a bit. It's been a wonderful series to cover. Thanks to everyone that has joined us throughout the 5 matches. The first 3 in Khulna and the last 3 here, the last 2 in fact here in Rajshahi, with Bangladesh winning it 3-2. We will be going into the presentation ceremony in a bit. This has been Shahnur Rabbani on commentary along with Tosif and Pramtor, who have been here, and the other commentators as well, the likes of Zahin and Tanzim. They've all come here in different matches to commentate and bring you the matches live via Cloud Live and their production. And it's all thanks to the Bangladesh Cricket Board, where you can see everything, every single delivery via their YouTube channel, all for free. So once again, congratulations to the Bangladesh Under-19 team for winning this match by